Hello everybody, my name is Olivia Hand. I am a junior at Williams Valley High School, and for my Speech 5 topic, I will be discussing the growing issue of stress among young students and how teaching coping skills at an earlier age is an essential part of life. I became interested in this topic when I saw how many students and how many of my friends around me were struggling with stress on a daily basis. They struggle with stress due to being athletes, having jobs, managing their schoolwork, and personal responsibilities all at the same time. It can become hard to manage if you don't have the proper tools around you to manage all those skills. I hope to make you aware of the rising cause of stress among young students and convince you to change by teaching coping skills at an earlier age in life. I'm going to explain the problem, examine its impact on our lives, and provide a solution. First, I will be explaining the problem. Young students and people face high levels of stress on a daily basis due to school pressure, sports, and social media. Stress can last people's whole lives, but many people struggle with it and have totally different experiences. According to the American Psychological Association Stress in America Report 2022, young people are experiencing record high stress levels that match or exceed adult stress levels. In the article, Stress in America 2022, it states that 46% of teens report feeling stressed every single day. A writer for the American Psychological Association argues that an increasing academic pressure and social comparison on social media are the leading problems of stress in young students today. The American Psychological Association shares on its website that stress at a young age can affect mental health, sleep, and decision-making skills. Many researchers who work at American Psychological Association believe that earlier coping skills are one of the most effective ways to reduce stress. Now I will be examining the impact of the problem. Stress affects young people emotionally by increasing anxiety, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. A writer for the American Psychological Association argues that chronic stress in teens can interfere with memory, emotional regulation, and decision-making skills, making schools and relationships harder to manage. The physical impact can lead to headaches, sleep problems, and a weakened immune health. Stress also uses up a valuable amount of time. Students use their time worrying about any little problem around them instead of focusing on their test for the next day and studying for it, which can lead to them getting bad grades. The worst part is that unmanaged stress at a young age can grow into long-term mental health problems as we get older. Finally, I will be making some suggestions on how we can fix this problem. One way to reduce the impact of stress on young people is to teach coping skills at an earlier age, so people can build resilience before stress becomes too overwhelming that they don't know how to solve their problems. Schools and communities can introduce coping skills and different programs that teach techniques like deep breathing, journaling, time management, positive self-talk, and knowing when to reach out for support or help. In the article, Building Resilience in Children, it states that coping strategies in earlier adolescences help young people manage stress effectively throughout their lifetime, according to the American Psychological Association. These skills give students healthier ways to handle stress, which can improve their mental health, school performance, and overall well-being. I know when I get stressed, I go to my parents and my brother, and I can talk to them about anything that's bothering me, about schoolwork, what tests I had today, and just let them know how my day was. And I feel a little bit better that I talked my stress out to my family members, and I could ask them for advice as well. I know many of my friends deal with stress, and we all have our own different techniques to calm ourselves down, which is a great thing to have so we feel calmer in our day-to-day lives. Another way that I calm myself down is I like to go to the gym and listen to music, or I like to journal and read new books. It helps me relax throughout the day. Thank you for your attention and time, and I hope you guys could take something away from how stress is a very important factor in today's world and how many people deal with it. And I hope you guys teach coping skills at an earlier age in life. Thank you again.